Hey everybody, and welcome to Overcoming My Lung Disease. Donnie Vapor here, your humble host. And this week I'm just going to throw this out there. This is interesting, at least it is to me. For a good part, well over a year, more than that, I haven't had any doctors. I haven't seen a doctor. I haven't had a pulmonologist. I don't know if you guys have watched my videos from the very beginning when I first started, but I had a lot of really bad experiences. A lot of messed up information, a lot of really bad bedside manner type interaction with a whole host of different doctors that left me just feeling depressed and terrible, and I just didn't want that anymore. And I was told, hey, you've got really a terminal disease and there's not much we can do, and if you're not going to get a lung transplant, maybe there's a medicine that can slow the progression. They named a couple. I'm not going to get into that right now. They come with a host of side effects. And I started to do my channel, and I started to do everything alternatively pretty much. Not everything, but almost everything alternative. And so it's all out of pocket. So while I was able to do gigs and raise money and such, I was afforded to buy different types of supplements I've been researching. And along the way, I guess maybe a couple of years ago, I had pneumonia. I did wind up in the hospital, so I had a problem with an acute situation, acute respiratory failure, triple pneumonia, and didn't look so good. And I came home with lots of medicine, and knock on wood, I bounced back from 40 liters. That's what they had me on in the hospital. That's insane. 40 liters down to 2. To almost none. The diet helped me dramatically. Well, now, in the last, I don't know, maybe the last month or so, maybe a little bit more, I haven't been feeling like myself. Granted, I fell off the wagon with eating perfectly, and with taking the supplements, it got very expensive. So I missed out on a lot of that stuff as well. Needless to say, my health definitely declined, and I haven't been feeling the same. I'm requiring oxygen on a 24/7 basis, and needing a little bit more than I was using. I could definitely tell that for sure. And that's what I guess the natural progression would be. But I am such a firm believer in positive mindset. And I know when I first got sick, from the doctors that I spoke to, I spiraled out of control for about 6 months of being super, super, super depressed. Hey, like everybody else, you get news like what's going to happen to you and the internet and how you're going to die, and it's not a pretty picture. But I was able to get my head back, and I've been coaching people, and I do this channel, but I realize now that I need to find another partner, another doctor that I can possibly work with. Why am I saying that? Well, I've come very close to the brink of becoming sick and don't want to go back to the hospital with upper respiratory infection, possible pneumonia, and I've saved myself because of things that I've learned. Liposomal vitamin C, which is 9 times stronger than IV vitamin C. I've been using the oil of oregano. I do have a regular doctor that I never got rid of, and I see him once in a while. He's cool. No, we don't talk about respiratory stuff, but he knows what I have, and I see him, and he lets me keep an antibiotic in the medicine cabinet for an emergency. Whatever I need, I have on hand. I've been having a lot of panic attacks, so he prescribed me Xanax, which I can no longer take, because if I take a Xanax, I feel like an elephant is sitting on me for like 3 days after the fact. It just doesn't agree with me. So when it gets worse and you can't breathe and you start to panic, I've meditated, I've tried deep breathing exercises to the best of my ability, and I mentioned to him I had LASIK surgery, and I no longer wear glasses, and to keep me calm for that laser surgery, they gave me Valium. So he prescribed the Valium, and I take a very low dose, but I don't feel so good if I'm panicking, and knock on wood again, that's helped. So I battled not feeling well with, like I said, the vitamin C. A couple of weeks ago, almost a month ago, I needed to open up the Z-Pack which is the antibiotic that he gave me, and I bounced back, which is awesome. And then towards the end of that, I felt the inflammation, the constriction, and I had a lot of leftover different doses from the hospital of prednisone. And I know you can't be on that long term, at least you shouldn't be. And I'm not telling anybody to play doctor with themselves, but that's what I do. That's where I'm at with me. I mean, what's the worst that can happen, right? And I do a lot of research. Well, the prednisone worked. I went from 20 milligrams that I had left over, stepped that down to 10 for about maybe the 10 for a little less than a week. And then I went down to 5, and then every other day, and then I tapered off. And I saw a tremendous difference in the breathing. It's just everything opened up. And I've been going along pretty well, knock on wood. And now, fast forward, I just feel like I need more oxygen, and I'm going to run out of my my arsenal of weapons, right, that I use to try to fight this disease. So I'm going to need to work with a pulmonologist, and I want to sit down with one. I've been given a name, and I want to sit in the waiting room with him, the waiting room, or the consultation room, I should say. And I want to tell him that this is what I'm talking about today. I don't want to know my numbers, per se. I don't want to know how much I've declined. I don't want to know. I already know where this disease is supposed to go. So I asked doctors in the past and people, I said, if somebody can tell you exactly when you were going to die and how you would die, would you want to know? And anyone that would really listen to that statement looked at me and went, no, I wouldn't want to know. I'm like, okay, well, neither do I. So I need this doctor, and I'm hoping and I'm praying that he'll hear me out. I want someone to work with me, put me back in pulmonary rehab. I'll lead a script for that. I will try different inhalers if he'd like, but I do not want to see what my pulmonary function test looks like. I don't want to know what my scores are. I don't want to know that my lungs have decreased and now I'm at a capacity so many percent lower than I was. Because honestly, at the end of the day, what good is that going to do for me? If I'm not going to get a lung transplant, what good is it going to do but set me off into an absolute crazy panic? And then what quality of life do I have if I live every day in a crazy panic situation? So this week I needed to vent. That's what I'm doing. That's what I've just done. I'd love to hear what you guys think about your own situations, how you feel about doctors when they tell you how you're doing. And I mean, I'll know if I'm doing better. I'll feel it. But I certainly don't need to tell me, I don't need someone to tell me, you know, you're doing much worse. I mean, what am I going to do when the doctor tells me that? You know, you've decreased your percentage in your lung capacity, went down by so many percent. Okay, should I go buy a coffin tomorrow? I mean, I'm really, that's how crazed I am over this. And I hope I find someone that will work with me. I don't want to see it, but I need another partner. So if you guys are out there, if you'd say a prayer for me that I find the right guy that I can work with, that would be awesome. I mean, I'm not in a palliative, I could speak, type of situation, but I want someone to be like, hey, whatever you need to feel better and to keep going, because I'm going to keep playing guitar as long as I could. I'm going to keep singing as long as I could. I'm going to keep making videos. I want to wake up and feel good. I want to help people. But it's really, I mean, I'm getting emotional just talking about this. So I am going to sign out. I'm hoping this dialogue starts something and I can get some positive feedback. And I wonder who else feels like I do. And if you like my videos, please give them a thumbs up. You put your comments down below and subscribe and share so I can grow the following. We're over 600 people now that watch the video, and the channel, I really appreciate that. And for those of you who don't know, I launched my music channel last night. I was well enough with a lot of oxygen to do, I think, like 4 or 5 songs. I call it Donnie Vapor Music. That's my Facebook channel, Donnie Vapor Music. And I'm going to continue to do that. And I write a lot of songs about my moods and how I feel and about the disease and all kinds of stuff, just to spread awareness. That's it. That's enough rambling. I will see you guys next week. And as I say in all my videos, remember to live inspired.